Hi lovely people, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you how to create a dashboard using Excel. So you're going to use Excel pivot table to achieve this, and this is dynamic. We can actually select a specific month and then we can monitor the sales. You can also see sales for the entire month. So we have sales by city, monthly sales, sales by reps, and then we have product sales, and then we can have sales by category. So I'm going to walk you through how you can create this amazing dashboard using pivot table. So this is the data we're going to use. So this is actually a sales data, and then I'm going to walk you through how you can create a very simple and then dynamic dashboard like this, which gives you option to see product by sales. So you can see these are the names of the product, and you can see the total number of sales. You can see sales by cities, the amount are here. You can also see monthly sales. So for the month, you can see here, you can see sales for every month and the sales by reps. So every reps that you have, you should be able to monitor the total number of sales they've made, and then also sales by category. So every category, total number of sales that have been made, you should be able to see this. And I'm going to walk you through how to create something like this. And then this is actually going to be dynamic. So this is actually going to be dynamic. You can see here the data change depending on the month you select. So you can actually go through this and then come up with something like this. So this gives you actually a preview of exactly what you are doing. When you have your sales data, you can easily present this and then you can actually use it to make decision. So without much ado, let's jump right into this and create something very unique like this. So this is the data we're actually going to use. And before that, I'm going to create a new worksheet. And then I'm going to rename this worksheet. So I'm going to call it dash. So this is going to be my dashboard. But before we go ahead, what we're going to do is that let's go to preview, let's go to view, and then what we're going to do over here is that let's uncheck and then turn off the grid lines, and then we'll go back to our data. Now, within our data, what we're going to do is that select anywhere within your data, and what we're going to do is that just go to the Insert tab here, and then let's click on Pivot Table, and then make sure you select New Worksheet. So make sure this option is selected, and then click on OK. So this is going to give you just a plain or just a plain pivot table with no data, which we're actually going to work on. So first of all, what we want to do is that we're actually going to enable the city option here, and then also let's enable our total sales. So you can see this is going to give us something like this. So this is basically going to be city and then sales. So we can be able to monitor sales by city. But before that, select this category or select this column, right click, and then let's format this data. So go to format cells, and then let's go to the number option here, and then make sure we use this separator. And then for decimal, I'm not going to use any decimal. So this will format our data like this, and then this is our first table. Now let's just go ahead and copy this table. Let's paste it right here, and then let me just expand this column. Now what we're going to do, click on this, and then we actually want to go ahead and do sales by product, and then total number of sales. So this is going to give us something like this. So we're actually going to repeat this for all. So let's copy this, paste it in another column right here. And this one, let's uncheck product. Let's do this sales rep by, so we can be able to track the number of sales made by reps. And then we also need to go ahead and then do that for, we've already done that of city. We also need to do that for category. So we also need to track sales by category. So I'm going to paste that right here. So go ahead and then uncheck this, and then let's go to category. So this is actually going to give us something like this. So we should be able to track sales by their categories or categories. So now the last one I want us to do is that we also need to get our monthly sales. So I'm going to paste this right here. And then what I'm going to do right here is that I'm going to uncheck this category and then do date instead. So this is actually giving the date, but what I want to do is that I want to uncheck this and then this. So I'm going to uncheck the quarter and the year, and then this is going to give me something like this. You can see I'm going to have the monthly sales, and then I'm going to have the sales for that category. So now we have our tables. This is actually what we're going to use to create our dashboard over here, and this is going to be straightforward. We have our data here, and then we build everything here. We can rename this and call this pivot table. Okay, so now we have our pivot table, and then on this we should be able to create our data. Okay, so let's jump right into it. The first thing we want to do is that we actually want to create the city. We should be able to monitor our city. So select that, and then let's go to the insert tab right here, and then under chart column we're going to use the line. So select this option, and this should give you something like this. So this is going to give us our sales, and then this is going to give you, these are the cities over here. I'm just going to right click here, and then I'm going to hide field button here. So I'm going to hide this. I actually don't need a grid line, so I'm actually going to go ahead and select this, and then click here, and then uncheck the grid line and the legend. For here, I'm going to just rename this, and then I'm going to call this sales by city. So this is going to be my title. I don't think I really need this as well. So this is going to give me something like this, but I actually need to format this as well. So I can right click on this, and then okay, so let's select this and then right click here, and then let's add what data labels. So this is actually going to give us something like this. I think this is okay. So once this is set, we cannot copy this. We cannot copy this and then go to our dashboard, and then let's paste it right here. So let's put it somewhere here. We are actually going to work on and improve on this later at the alignment. So we have this, and that is okay. We'll go back to our pivot table, and then we're going to do that for the rest. Now this is actually sales by city. So we can actually go ahead and then also generate a pie chart for our category. So select that pivot table, and then we'll go to insert, and then let's go to the chart option here. And this time we're going to use the pie chart. You can use any of them that you want. There's others are over here as well. So you can use any of them, but I'm just going to go with this. But remember, you can actually add more features to this. So I'm going to select and delete this. Let me remove this, and then I'm going to remove this as well. Now, what I want to do is that I want to rename this and then call this sales by category. Okay, so this is actually going to be the title, but I really want to make some few changes over here. Let me add labels to this as well. Yeah, I think that's okay. You can right click on this and then add some more changes. Have format data here. You can just click on this. So if you come here, we have the percentages, we have this category name. So we can actually add the names of those categories. So you can see here, because we add that, we should be able to identify the categories with their data. So this is going to give me something like this. So we should be able to track every category in the data. So I'm going to select this, copy, and go to the dashboard, and then I'm actually going to put it down here for the meantime. Don't forget, we'll later come in and arrange this. So let me paste this for the meantime. So we're going to complete our data, then we'll come back and then do the alignment and then the arrangement like what we saw from the beginning of this video. So don't worry about this. I'm going to leave it here. Now we have the category, and then we have city sales. Now this is actually the sales, the product sales. Now before that, you can even rename this. You can even rename your pivot table. So this particular one, you can actually go to pivot table, the analysis option here. So this is a option here. You can rename this, and you can say product sales. So you can do that for all your tables, but for now I think I don't really need that, so I'm going to proceed. So I've selected this. That's the product sales. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to insert, and then I'll go back here, and then I'm going to use this option here. So this is going to be this option, and then I'm actually going to use this option here. So I'm actually going to select this. I'm going to use the column option for this particular one. Now you can still go ahead and then name this. So remember, this is the product, so you can just name this product sales. So name this product sales, and then let's hide these features. So let me just hide this. Yeah, I'm actually going to hide this as well, and then I don't think I need this. And then I'm also going to hide the grid line. So I'm actually going to hide these grid lines, and then I'm going to add the data label. So it's going to give me something like this. So we have another chart here. We can go back here and then paste it right here. So we're going to have this. So I'm actually going to start some alignments so that I can start repositioning my data so that I can have my table. So now I'm going to bring this one right here. I'm going to bring this one right here. So let's go back here. Now that we have the product, we can do that for the rest. So now we can do this for product sales by reps. So I'll go back here and then I can use any format. So I'm going to go use this, the bar option, to actually generate that. So do you have the bar option here? So this is the bar option. I'm going to first hide this, and I don't think I need this down here, and I don't need this label down here. So I'm actually going to do, so let me go ahead and then rename this sales by reps. Okay, hide the total option here as well. And here I'm going to add data label to this, and I think I'm also going to hide the grid lines, and I will copy this, put this right here. I'm going to put this right here. So we're going to have something like this. We'll have something like this. I'll come back to fix and then arrange this later on. We're coming to fix this and arrange this later on. So I'm actually going to work on I think the last one here. Let me resize this. And then I have this right here. Now for this is actually going to be the monthly sales. So I'm going to use the same chart. I'll go back here and then use the bar and then hide these few features. I'm going to hide them. And then I'm going to name this, actually I'm going to name this monthly sales. Okay. And then I'm going to hide this right here. I'm also going to hide the grid lines. I'm going to add labels and then hide the grid lines for this as well. And the data below, I don't really need this. So this should give me something like this. And I'm going to copy this as well and then go back to my dashboard. And I can place this side by side. So this should give me something like this. So I'm going to move this on top of this. So the rest is just about alignment. Now we're actually going to add one more thing to this. I'll go back to the pivot table, and then for our monthly data, we can do some few things over here. Click on this, and then what we'll do is that let's go to the pivot table analyzer, and then let's click on insert slicer. So click on this, and then this option, make sure you select the date option here and click on insert. This is going to give you something like this. And then what we're going to do is that we're actually going to increase the column. So just a moment. So go to the slicer here, and let's increase the column to about, let's say 4. So let me expand this. Now, what I want us to do here is that let's go to the slicer settings, and then we want to hide items with no data. Let's hide items so those data here can just vanish. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to copy this as well, go back to the dashboard, and then paste my data here. So now we can reposition the data and see what we have, our final data. So this is what we have. All we need now is to arrange this data so we can get something perfect and then connect this data to each other. Now, what I want to do right here is that I'm going to click on this. I'm just going to click on this and then resize this. Just going to resize this to have something like this. And then also, I'm actually going to enlarge this. And then also reposition this. So I can zoom on this a bit. And then just reposition this data. to give me something unique. So this is how our data is looking at the moment. And then we're going to do some few sorting and then few alignment, and then we are done. Okay, so I'm just going to finish this up. Now, this is the dashboard we have at the moment. If you check, if you click, nothing is changing, but I'm going to show you how we can connect this to the others. Only this is changing, but I'm going to show you how we can connect this to others. So now, just click on this. Let's click on this, and then we'll go back to our slicer, and then let's go to report connections. So let's click on report connection, and then make sure we connect the rest. So just make sure you check everything here. Just make sure you check everything right here, and then click OK. Now this is what's going to happen. You can see immediately the rest are changing. So when you select the specific data, it's going to sort the entire data that we have over here. If you select a specific month, some few months, you can see the data will match that. Now this is what we want to do. If you want to change the few colors now, before we do that, the monthly data, you can see is starting from December to January, and it's not supposed to be so. So let's reverse this. Right click on this, and then let's go to format as, and then down here let's go down, and then you can see categories in reverse order. So we're going to reverse that, and then if you go back here to our data, you can see this has been reversed from January to December. Now we can actually just go ahead and format ourselves. You can just go to design and then go to change color. So you can just apply any color of your choice to this data. Remember, I'll be creating more complex dashboard than this. So if you want to learn more, just remember to subscribe and don't forget to turn on post notification. Now you can just change the colors for your data as well. So any of them that you feel you want to give a different color to, just select that and then go to change color option here, and then you can actually pick a color to actually suit your design. So you can see here, I can do that for all. I can change the color for all. So this is just a basic trick and a basic technique you can apply to your data setting. So now if I select I want to see the data for May and April, I can just highlight that. You can see it's going to change accordingly. If you want to include some few months, I can just drag and select those data. You can see it's going to modify everything for me. I can select just some few months, and you can see this is actually going to be dynamic, and I can just reset this to all months, and you can see my data is actually working perfectly. So this is how to create a very simple and a standard dashboard using Excel. Remember to subscribe. If today is your first time, don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of my upcoming video. Like, subscribe for more. Bye bye.